far as I can remember, we bought the house in 2006. 2006 is when it all happened. And 2008 was when this, all this collapse, all this mortgage stuff collapsed. We had to refi because we had originally, from 2006, we had an ARM, which is called adjustable rate, whatever.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we were paying more money, like every 6 months, a year, kept on going up, whereas we couldn't afford it. It got to like $1,600.
Wow.
Yep.
And
you're paying that a month?
We're paying that a month.
Wow.
It started off like 1,000, and then went up like 12, then 13, then 14, and all the way up to 16.
And that was built into the original loan.
Right, because it was adjustable. They can adjust it at any time, at any rate.
Can I ask you something about that? When you got your original loan, did you originally apply for an adjustable rate, or were you sold an adjustable rate?
We were sold an adjustable rate.
Okay, and when were you confused by? Did you think that it would go up that much?
I didn't think. No. We really felt the effects of it when 2008 hit, when all this mortgage stuff hit. That's when it really sky high.
Right.
Because 2 years we was handling it from 2006 up until 2008. We didn't have no popcorn. It went like $100, $150, like that. But when it started getting like 16, like 14, 14.50, all that kind of stuff, 16, I said, we can't afford this. That was when 2008 is when we went and got a refi. Now, nobody could help us with that. So we found a friend in Dallas, I believe. We found a company in Dallas that was able to help us. And to this day, we are forever grateful to her that allowed us to get that ARM into a fixed. At that time, we was making our payment. It was like 14, 15 at that time. But they had cut the interest down and the payment down. So that's how we was able to maintain.
Okay. Yeah.
Then roughly about 2009, 10, we had a major financial. I had lost my job. My wife had to take a lesser paying job, so we couldn't make the payment. And then we had a major family emergency crisis. So we had to fly back to California. That's where I'm from, California. And so we was off of work for that time.
In like 2010?
2010, around 2010. Okay. When we got back from taking care of our personal emergency, we had called our bank, which at this time was Bank of America. We had called Bank of America, expressed to them that we had financial difficulty, emergency in the family. We couldn't make the payment for that month. Is there something we can do? Can we put it at the end of the loan, or can we pay a little bit more to get us back on track? They said no. We wanted payment in full. We said there's no way we can do this now. Can you work with us? No. Is there any options, any program we can get on to, like a hardship program or whatever? No.
So before you even had been late on that payment, you reached out to Bank of America for help, just because of a unanticipated,
it was called an unintentional hardship that happened.
Yeah, and they wouldn't help.
They didn't want to help us. So we said, okay, well, you know what? You have to do what you got to do. We got to do what we got to do. Because we got all these other bills. We had just got refinanced, all this kind of stuff. Well, in so many words, that's not our problem. You signed a 30-year contract with us. Wow. We want our payment as you agreed. And I kept on telling them, but things happen. Unexpected things happen. You guys can work with us. No. Okay, so Obama at this time had given the banks these billions of dollars to help owners, called the HARP program. Okay, we applied for the HARP program because we were over the mandate, whatever. What was we had? In other words, we had made too much money to qualify for assistance.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
How can we not qualify? Because we had a hardship. Our income had decreased. We were trying to maintain our financial obligation. Why we didn't qualify? So they said because of our credit rating or something, it was too high. Our debt to ratio was too high, so we couldn't qualify for that. So it's like all these programs, like I mentioned before, we tried to do the hardship. They wouldn't allow. doing us do. We tried the HEART program. We tried to put the contract, that month at the end of the contract, so we'll be up to date, and then we just have an extra month to pay after our 30-year mortgage was over. So we tried to do all this kind of stuff. They said no, and that's how we eventually, 8 months ago, 9 months almost now, we've been in this foreclosure battle.
So you had how many years of paying your mortgage?
2006 to 2008 is when we refined, and from 2008 to 2010 when it actually had that hardship, and we've been in trouble ever since. So that's been 2010 at the latter part. The paperwork has just finally got almost a year, 8-9 months, almost a year.
4 or 5 years of paying on time, paying.
Yeah, exactly.
And then one time, and
all of a sudden,
that's it.
Didn't want to help us out.
You take you home, man. You've been paying for that.
And that's another thing that has been very discouraging. We are at the point right now where we don't want to deal with being a homeowner anymore. Because all this red tape and all this stuff where it's sad that there are people who have been living in the houses for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, and because of the economy, they lost their job, or family emergency, or medical, now you got all these diseases and stuff. So now people have to decide on, do I pay my mortgage, or do I eat, or do I go to the doctor, or all this kind of stuff. So now all these other factors come into play. But these businesses are to the point where they don't care about me and you. They're concerned about that old money. Then you get a letter from whoever X saying, now we are the owner of your home. Now we're going to
get a letter. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And now you have X amount of days to be evicted. And that's what happened to us. I was just getting off of work one day, and I had just laid down. There was a knock at my door. I said, who is this? I just got to open the door, look out the window. There was the constable.
Really?
Serving me with eviction notice. And that's when all this process recently just happened, where we had to go to court and fight the eviction that happened on Monday.
Have there been other foreclosures in this area?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot. Now, of course, I don't know who they are because I just deal with my area of security, may I say. But if you drive down the street, go down the street and go up a lamplight to probably Palmer, you may see 5 houses on this block, 6 houses on this block. Now, if you go a mile radius, then that might jump up to 20. Unfortunately, some of those people may not even have any legal representation or legal advisor to tell them, hey, stay in your house. Because once, I found out this too, once you vacate the property or vacate, it all becomes number 4. You lost everything.
Yeah, you're done.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Right. So a lot of them have lost because they got frustrated. They know who to turn to. The banks send these letters. If you don't do this, we're going to foreclose. We're going to evict you. So they've gotten scared because that's a scare tactic. They've got scared, and they say, well, I don't want to deal with this. I don't have legal representation or blah, 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 blah. Or it might cost me too much money that I don't have.